Hello everyone! How are you? This is Kay. Good to see you. Thank you very much for joining today's live stream. Today is the 5th of October on Saturday. So I hope you're having a great weekend. And since today's Saturday, the markets are closed. So I do usually psychology or money management topics. But today I will be reviewing my monthly performance. Since I have not been able to share my monthly performance for the last 2 months, in August, September, I will review them. So please look forward to this information. And also, I hope you can learn something new from today's live stream as well. So yeah, let me now start. Hold on, let me see. Okay, and also I created a vote on the chat about the question, how was your trade performance for the last 2 months? Was it win or lose or break even or no trace? So if you're here too, please click one of these options and please vote so that I can also see the ratio, how you have been taking trades for the last 2 months. Okay, so now let me start the live. So first, let me switch screen to the performance. So every time I enter exit my trades, I take screenshots and so those are here now, and this is KTS Academy Discord group. But today, let me share first my performance in August and September overall. So here is a performance in August, and I only took 3 trades in August. So the reason is because I have been traveling to Japan and Korea, so I was a bit busy schedule, and the markets were also a bit quiet too. I mean, I saw some more opportunities in the month of August and September too, but I took it easy because usually summertime the markets are choppy. So yeah, in this reason I decided not to push myself too hard to look for opportunities. So in some of the days I did see some trade opportunities, but still I didn't take entries because I was on holiday, and even if you could enter the market, I won't be able to keep holding the trade and monitor the chart. So that's why instead I decided to focus on my own holiday trip. So I think this is important in psychology, that you don't have to trade every day. Sometimes you can give yourself a break for a few days or 1 week, 2 weeks, and come back, because markets are open and moving every day anyways. So whenever you are available, you come back to the chart. When you're busy, when you cannot monitor charts, then simply walk away. And I think this psychology is really important for us to keep trading in this manner. If I have to trade every day, every week, then I wouldn't be able to do this full-time job as a trader. So because I balance my psychology too in this way, so that I don't push myself too much, and I relax, rather I enjoy my travel, my holiday, then come back whenever I'm ready for myself to do so. So yeah, that's why I took only 3 trades in the month of August, and my performance wise it was not really good because I wasn't able to find a big winner trades in these 3 trades. First, I got 13-14 pips loss, and so I got 0.47 times 2 drawdown, which is quite small, less than 1% drawdown of how much I have in my account, so it's very tiny loss. Second trade I took was I got the win of 28 pips, 21 pips, so that covered my previous loss. And then last trade ended with a break even, so those 3 trades were the only ones I took. So overall, my win rate was 33.33% because I count break even as a loss also. So my win rate is a bit lower than usual. And my PF is 2.17. Usually I have PF 3 or above. So in PF, in terms of the risk-rate ratio, it's not really good. Again, that's because I only took 3 trades. So profit factor, for those who are new to my YouTube, profit factor is basically the risk-rate ratio in terms of money. So it's the ratio between gross profit divided by gross loss. That's a PF, profit factor. So whoever wants to be success, my recommendation is to achieve PF at least 3, ideally 5 in backtesting, then you should be fine. So that's one thing I want to mention. And also my return percent was 1.1%. So I didn't lose. I at least made some 1% of profit, and that was my overall performance in the month of August. So so every time I enter trades, I put those numbers and all the information on the spreadsheet. Then I track so that I don't really have to miss anything whenever I exit my trades. And I do take screenshots of every single trade, and that's also important for to really remember my own trades. So this was the performance in the month of August, and also in the month of September was like this. In the month of September, I took 3 trades as well, and I got 2.0 return percent. So yeah, I took the first trade was 11 pips times 2 loss, so that was 0.4 times 2 drawdown. So total was 0.8% drawdown, which was quite small too. So it's a loss, but technically the loss was very small, tiny. And the next trade I took was win and break even. I got 15 pips of profit and break even trade. And then the third trade I took was 45 pips of win and 17 pips of win. So overall, in the month of September also, I was able to make some returns. However, again, I was traveling here in the month of September. I was in South Korea, and I was in Osaka too. I was meeting my friends' family, so I was a bit busy, and also traveling and visiting different temples and doing some tours. So yeah, my overall performance win rate was 50% in the month of September, and profit factor, again, this is the risk-rate ratio in terms of money, was 3.53, so which was not really bad. But and my return percent was 2%, 2.0% overall. So yeah, so those were my trades and performance for the last 2 months. So I think the most important thing about trading, this is based on my experience for the last 10 years, my full-time trading experience, is that you never want to lose big. That's the most important part. Because let's say I only take 3 trades for the last 2 months, and if I lose big on one of these trades, then there's no way that my return will be positive. I will be losing much more money, and I may still try to win back the previous losses, which is not good psychology anyways. So by minimizing the losses, the drawdowns, and by keeping your losses small will make you available to be able to win over time in easier way. If you lose, let's say 10% in one of these trades, then you may think, okay, I have to win back 10% or more to win back the losses on the next trades. And in this perspective, you start to see charts, you start to look for opportunities. But if you cannot win 10% again, then it's going to be a bit stressful, psychologically speaking. So keep your drawdown small is really important, no matter how many trades you take per month or per week or per day even. So I think that was one of the good lessons for me also to remember myself on these for the last 2 months. And also, if you are traveling also, or if you're working full-time, or if your job gets busy, or if your family event becomes busy too, whatever reasons it may be, when you become busy and when you feel you cannot focus trading, you cannot focus charts, then do not push yourself too much. I know you want to trade, I know you want to make profits, and I know you want to monitor charts, but we're not available every time. Even myself as a full-time trader, when I travel, when I do something else, even when I'm in Dubai, I may be busy and I may not be able to trade or monitor charts. I do monitor charts every day, that's for sure. Just to keep updating my view among the market. So I do monitor charts every day, either from PC or from phone, but I don't enter trades every day or every week. Even if I see opportunities, sometimes I may be in the phone and I see some nice downtrending markets, or sometimes in Discord group here there is something called KTS alert, which I put here, KTS signal, and these signals keep sending me signals. Whenever the market trending based on my strategy, then it keeps sending me signals, and I also get these signals by email too. So whenever I see this pop up, I open chart and view the market, but I may not be able to trade that time. So even if I see 3 confirmations, even if I see entry timings to be right, I don't enter trade. I simply sometimes mark, I simply mark this theoretically. If I enter trade, then I put a stop loss there, then I simply leave chart without taking the physical trade. I just mark entry, stop loss, and then come back a few hours later and see how it goes. So this is kind of like experimenting process that you can also try from next week. Without trading, without physically trading, you mark the entry and stop loss and see how it goes. This kind of like this room between me and the market is really important. So I do send signals whenever the market trends, but I don't always trade. I don't always take. It's something I wanted to share. So anyways, coming back to my trade performance, let's come back to the month of August performance. So again, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Good to see you. I see some comments now. And I did a poll, I created a poll here on the chat. So if you haven't voted yet, please do. The question is, how was your trade performance for the last 2 months? Whether it's a win or loss, break even, no trace. So far as I see this poll, win 38%, which is great. I'm so happy that people are winning trades for the last 2 months. 38% of winners are so good, actually quite high. And losses 29%, and break even 12%, no trace 21%. It looks like no trace is also quite high as compared to other months. I think that was because it was holiday season, summer holiday, or your job may be becoming busy and you didn't maybe trade that much, which is fine again. So yeah, 21% no trace, but now I see winning ratio 40%, and losing traders were 28%. So it was quite, this performance, this number is quite nice. Yeah, thank you for voting, everyone. Okay, so yeah, so now let me check some comments. Okay, good to see you, everyone. Thanks for joining. All right, you, thanks for joining too. And Chav, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. And CSM, thanks for joining as well. Symphongia, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. All right. You says, did you do this kind of review for previous months as well? I'm very new. Yes, I have. I have all these monthly performance videos in my YouTube, so please refer to them. Yes. I've been doing this for the last, I think, 2 years or so or more. Okay, CSM says, both August and September I broke even, so this year I have 3 months of break even, even I hope from now until the end of the year I make profit. Thanks, Kay. Okay, yes. So yeah, don't lose hope. Break even is already great. I'm not sure how many trades you take per month, but yeah, no matter how many trades you take per month, you have been break even. That means you're now good at the risk management. So one thing about the break even is I don't want anyone to think it's negative, because you can look around and see how many people are losing the market, losing trades. So break even is already like a top, like a 20% of the trader performance. So then that means again you're now doing the risk management. If you follow my strategy in break even, that means you're doing the risk management, and that's also great too, because if you didn't do the risk management, then you may be winning more, right? If you didn't set the stop loss, for example, or if you didn't exit based on invalidation or based too early after the entries, then you may be winning some of the trades. But the other side is always that you may be losing more too. And if you lose more also, then your psychology will be also difficult to keep trading or keep sticking to the rules. So if you have applied my strategy and if you are break even, so that's already great. Once you start to capture some nice trends for the next couple of months, then that means you will be winning trades. Then you can keep winning for the next year. So yeah, please keep up with it, and I can see that you are doing great. Hello, Camillus, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Okay. And also, when you lose trades, never change the strategy. That's also important. And that was my biggest mistake. I used to keep changing my strategies whenever I lose. Even if I lose like twice, 3 times, I kind of fed up with it and I changed my strategy. And that was not really good, because the market's different every time, every week, every month. So some of the weeks strategy fit, some of the weeks it doesn't. And that's that's really true for any strategies, based on my experience. So even my strategy, you will lose, you have losses like here. As you can see, like myself, you lose also, but my strategy is more focused on the risk in the reward ratio. So you lose more and more, but you lose many times, but the losses are small with my strategy. So once you get the bigger profits, then it covers my previous small losses is my strategy. But if you change strategy when you lose, then that means your journey is from the beginning again. You start your journey from the scratch, and you never know how performance will be shown whenever you start to win trades or losing trades. And that's not really good, actually. So I recommend anyone not to really change strategies too much. Of course, based on backtesting, you can be more confident on your entries, exits, and that's also important to do. Yes, okay, trader says minimizing from the beginning, okay. All right. You says, I want to have such a capital for trading. Do you have any life advice for building capital? I was thinking about studying a lot to use prop firm trading to build capital, then trade with it. There are so many ways to build capital. I used to do so many businesses, and in my own career also, I have been doing lots of career, lots of things. So there are so many ways to build capital. But anyways, I think it's important to have enough money to trade. So like I mentioned in the previous videos, you always have to have two wallets. One wallet to live and one wallet to trade. And never touch the wallet to live, right, whenever you trade. I've seen so many people touching the wallet to live to trade. They mix, they actually use the money to live. Then whenever they lose, they have more psychological difficulties. So always separate these two accounts. And this money to trade, you can take this as the money that it's okay to lose. I mean, you don't want to lose anything. I mean, you're not here to lose. But my point is that if this money is okay to lose, whether it's 1,000 or 10,000, or any amount of dollars, if it's okay to lose, then your psychology becomes easier and you start to win more. But if you are still trading with a life account, and if you still have the psychology of you don't want to lose yet, then psychologically speaking, you have more pain in the losses on the trades, and it becomes more difficult to win over time. So always separate these two wallets, and always trade with the wallet to trade, not to live. So you can also use challenge prop firm like FTMO or some other prop firms challenges, and you can get funded, and you start to trade with those funding program accounts. Then once you have enough money, you can open your own account and start trading live with your own money. So that's, I think, it's also important to do. And also, never trade with somebody else's money. That's also important. This account for trade should be with your own money. And this is also based on my own experience. I have never managed somebody else's money, or I have never traded somebody else's account. I have always been trading with my own money. But then that's also psychology too. If I use somebody else's money, then my psychology may be different, and I feel more responsibility to someone who gave the money for me to trade and to get the returns, and my psychology will be different. So always you have to have your own money to trade. It's also important. Okay, let me continue, check some more comments. Trader123 says, I did several break-even trades during August and September. Then the problem I was having was getting the size right because I was reading the volatility incorrectly. Oh, that's pity. So from next month, I mean from this month in August, in October, I hope you get the right way to read the volatility and yeah, do some correct risk management. Yeah, getting correct sizing is important. You don't want to, trade with a bigger lot size to enter trades. You may be over leveraging it and you may lose more too. Okay, hello Payson, good to see you. Thanks for joining. It's been a while. Thank you very much for joining today. Okay, Anthony says, I like how you risk 2 trades at 1% each, but very often if the trade move against you, then you close at less than half the initial risk. That's right. That's right. Basically, as you can see, here's pound USD times 2, euro dollar times 2, and euro pound times 2. So every time I enter 2 trades, every single trade I take 2 positions and 2 stop losses and 2% to stop loss. So I take 1% on each positions to stop loss, right, as a risk per trade. That's why for example, on this trade pound USD, I got the loss of 0.47, 0.48, and that's because if I can just show you the one of the trades here in the month of August. This is the entry screenshot, and this is when I exited with the trade. So this was my entry. I took the entry here. Then so this is my sell position, and here was my stop loss. My stop loss was 29 pips above. This was my SL, and I risk 2%. That means if the market goes up all the way to stop loss, then I lose 2%. 2%. So I calculate the lot size to make it 2% to stop loss. This is the part of the risk management. Very basic risk management, but very important. So my worst case scenario is 2% drawdown. I never lose more than 2% per trade. So then I monitor chart and the market goes backwards. Again, I'm selling it. I'm selling the market here, but then the market went up. It drew anyway, and it broke my invalidation, what I call the invalidation area. Invalidation is for me based on my entry reasons. If my entry reasons are violated, that's when I call the invalidation and I exit there. And it happens before the price hit the stop loss. So I exited here, right? So this is almost like halfway to stop loss. That's why I got 48% and 49% drawdown by exiting here. So every time I enter trades, again, I risk management, I calculate the lot size to make it 2% to stop loss as risk per trade, and I exit even before the price hit the stop loss. So whatever reasons you take entries, you better know when to exit your trade, especially when the market starts to go backwards against you. You better know when to exit your trade. And the strategies should be built that way too. After I build my strategy like this way, then my drawdown becomes much smaller, and also my psychology becomes calm because I know when exactly to exit my trade. Even before I enter trade, I know when to exit my trade. I don't keep holding my trade just because I feel the market still goes down, or just because the Kumo is too thick, or just because it broke the major support resistance levels. I don't keep holding the trade. I know exactly when to enter trades, and what's more important is I know exactly when to exit the trade so that my psychology stays calm. And I repeat this type of entry exits over time. Okay. All right. Hello. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Z Trade. Good to see you. Okay. All right. Blumbuster. Thank you very much for joining. Good to see you. Love the advice and sensible approach to trading. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think every entries, every exit, and also every actions you take in the market should be able to explain on your own. Should be logical, and should be rational, and should be objective. That's what Goichi Hosoda said, the creator of Ichimoku. In his books, he says, you have to trade as if you have no positions. So even if you sell here, I don't really expect the market goes down. I mean, I have all these reasons. First of all, I selected this pair to trade among the other trending markets, and I see Kumo situation, I see Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Chikou span, multiple time frames, even the entry. I check the 5-minute time frame, and I even use different tools, different indicators to enter trades. But after my exit, I enter my trades. After I enter my trades, my perspective is neutral always, because I'm not the one who controls the market. I just give reasons to enter trades, but it doesn't mean that the market goes towards my way, and I exactly know that. I know that very well based on the last 10-year experience. So I don't really expect the market goes down or up. Simply, if the market goes down, I know what to do. And if the market goes against me, then I know what to do. And that's it. So because my perspective becomes neutral, and because I'm super objective to the markets even after I enter my positions, that's why I think I'm better in trading now. If my psychology is there, and if I become emotional every time I enter trades, then I wouldn't be able to trade like this, and I wouldn't be able to do this as a full-time trader job. Okay, let me check some other comments. Chances says, do you use any volume-based indicators with Ichimoku? No, I don't. Because I'm trading Forex, I don't use volume indicator. But if you trading index or stock markets, then I think volume indicator makes more sense to use. Yeah, and also he says, also much respect to you for showing your losses and being humble. The best traders learn how to lose smartly but win it back smartly too. That's true. Yeah, so yeah, for me, losses are the part of the process to win over time. I regard loss as a cost. So no one keeps winning trades and no one keeps losing trades either. It's either 50-50 chance anyways. So if you know how to lose correctly, then that leads you to win correctly too. And it's all about the risk management. Okay, Michele says, I have good system, make 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio easily and I'm profitable. But I don't know, a few months ago I say I want 1-to-2 RR, but after a few months I'm not profitable. Back to 1-1 or one more time. It also depends on the market situation, I think. When you are trading with 1-1 ratio, you're winning over time because the market was fitting your strategy. So and then you change it to 1-2 ratio, then you start to lose. So I recommend to be back 1-to-1 ratio first and see how it plays out. If you win with 1-1 ratio, then you continue. But if you still lose 1-1 ratio, then you better change the whole strategy. So you can change, experiment step by step in this way. Okay, hello UK gamer, thanks for joining, good to see you. All right, from Thailand, good to see you. All right, you, good to see you too, thanks for joining. All right. Simfonja says, what leverage do you use for trading? I am using leverage below 20. Below 20. I mean, max leverage I can use is 20. Yes, Oscar says, hope you're doing well. You don't live in Burj Khalifa anymore. That's actually one of the questions, right? I think I will explain that in some other videos. Okay, CSM, I also use your KTS this August and September. The market doesn't match trend. Sometimes I see other people using different strategies and daily enter trades. Right. So my mentality wants to change strategy like them, but thanks for reminding me. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You can always change strategy. I mean, if you just follow this overall structure of risk management and psychology, and always back test before you start the trades, then you should be fine with no matter which strategy you use. Yeah. Okay. SDN says, do you use break-even stop loss or trading stop losses? Yes, I use both stop loss strategies. Oscar says, have you ever tried a scalping strategy? No, I haven't. Before, when I started my trading journey full-time, I used to scalp. But then I thought it's not my style, so I don't do it anymore. Okay. Okay, Sparta says, I don't want to be rude, but if I can provide a 1-year track record, can you support me with an FTMO account for any size? 1-year track record. Then you want me to advise on how to improve? Yeah, I think it's possible to do. I can maybe explain that on one of the videos on YouTube. Okay, yeah, but it's better to have data, some kind of data, right, than simply saying, I'm losing, winning, break even, because I don't really exactly know when you enter trades, when you exit trades, and what strategy you're using, how you selected the pair, and I want to know all the details before I make some comments. So yeah, I think that's better to have some kind of tangible or valid data to back up for my explanation. Okay, Simefonja, you're welcome. Okay, yeah. So overall, again, the question, coming back to question, how was your trade performance for the last 2 months? I did the poll on this chart, and win 38%, lose 32%, break even 13%, no trades 17%. So yeah, I think that was good overall. So let's see what's going to happen in the month of October now. So far, seems like the markets are quiet in the month of October, and we had so many, lots and lots of news last week. So let's see how it turns out this week, and let's stick to charts. Don't give up, and let's continue monitor charts, and let's do what we can do every day and every week to the markets. So that's it for this YouTube live stream. Thank you very much for joining and watching this live stream. And from here now on, I will be switching the live to the members. Again, KTS Academy and GTS members, and I will share all my trades, all my reasons for entry and exit, and I will share my deep analysis of my performance. So for those who are members, I will see you soon. The link will be shared in the Discord group, And for those who are joining YouTube live stream, I will see you tomorrow at the weekly forecast on Sundays. So thank you very much everyone for joining today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. またね. Thank you very much.